LJ, how you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good today. We've had a little bit of car trouble. We just literally within about 20 minutes we got AAA here. Figured that out quick.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have AAA, they're not a sponsor, but definitely get AAA. It's a lifesaver.
I think they're the only service in town that comes within about 20 minutes and
Yeah.
actually solves your problems.
Right, especially in LA, where service is, if you're not in the top 1%, everybody else is just, most of the people in the service industry that live in LA, that's just like their side hustle.
I would think that within about the next 5 years, something horrible is going to come out about how AAA treats their workers because they come too fast.
It's true.
If you come within 20 minutes in LA traffic,
No, that's right.
and these boys are like ready to go.
They're like the Jimmy Johns of mechanics.
They're excited. They're friendly.
Yeah.
I would just say behind closed doors at AAA,
Something's going
who
on.
knows what's going
Something's
on?
going on.
Be chipper. Be chipper.
Before you find out they're just androids.
That'd make more sense.
So to kind of get into it, actually, Jessica, how you doing today?
I'm chill.
Good.
Chill. I think
Good.
I got a little cold, so I might be a little,
Yeah, I think this
Sniffly.
season more people have gotten colds and flus here in LA.
Yeah,
had,
and I don't generally catch anything, but I was
Yeah.
outside like all day yesterday. So.
yeah.
What I think about's funny about so today weather in LA is about as bad as it gets.
Yeah.
You still got summer vibes.
It's literally like jeans and short sleeve
Right.
shirts. And
Like
I'm
she's
yeah, I
like
got a
totally
little
summer
cold.
vibed out. You probably
Yeah.
can't see that she's got the matching shoes,
They'll
the visor.
see.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm like literally, I got a cold, and I mean I have a jacket, but yeah, you're right. Like it's literally.
It's
still,
so funny to me.
It's
'Cause
not
we're gonna go
at
back to
all like-
Minnesota here in about a week, and it's gonna be different.
It is. Kentucky's really cold right now too.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
Did you go home for the holidays?
no, I'm not. I'm gonna stick around.
Okay.
So,
Just
yeah, I'll be
hustle.
around.
Nice.
Just hustle. That's how it
Yeah.
goes.
Have you figured it out yet, Kamal? Do you know?
No, I'm always a game time decision.
Right.
The jump off is
Always at the last minute.
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't think a lot of people know this, but if you fly on Thanksgiving and on Christmas, it's like some of the cheapest dates to fly. And not being somebody whose family has started out with these festivals and holidays, it makes it a little bit easier to do that. So my family's not like, oh, you
don't have to be there on Christmas Eve.
yeah, it's like, oh no, it's
Right.
it's chill. So it's optional. You kind of run the option with that. So with the jump off, as we're, this is gonna be one of our last segments, if not our last segment.
No, we got one more before
we got one
Christmas.
more.
Yeah, we got one more before Christmas.
So I wanted to open the show and start off by asking, a lot of times it's like, what's your New Year's resolution? But for me, the question I actually want to do the jump off with is, what are some of the things that you want to leave behind, not only for yourself but society in 2019? And the one that really stands out to me.
So, what do you want society to take? They're going to take 2 steps back from your life.
Yeah,
It's
I think
gone.
even take 10 steps back is I want to see less people advertising their charity on social media. And I think it's and I think some of it is good. And so the context matters. So for example, I saw a guy who gave up his seat for, he was in a first class seat. He gave it up to this old, 90-year-old woman, which is great. That is a good thing. But I look at it like this. If you're in first class, most likely, this is either normal for you and, you essentially giving up your seat for a few hours. Great. I think that's a great deed. But it doesn't need to be, it almost feels like people are now already calculating what the picture is going to look like, how many likes and comments they're going to get on social media.
Mm-hmm.
You can kind of get that vibe. But when
if you're single, sometimes that you got to do it because it's just you got one opportunity. But so did he post a video like talking about this, or did he do the write up?
I mean, it's like the whole write up. It's the picture, like you could tell. It's like, let's pose for this moment,
Okay.
And it's not only him. I see a lot of company CEOs doing like a food bank once a year, and then they got like the full photo op team there. You know what I mean? It wasn't like somebody randomly took a picture of an executive or a CEO and then posted it and then tagged that CEO.
Mm-hmm.
Like these pictures were like fully set up, like ready to go.
It feels rehearsed.
Yeah, it's very much rehearsed.
Yeah.
And so, and so it's just like weird line. But I think that there's some things that should be advertised. For example, like the ice bucket challenge, which everybody knows about. You need to advertise that in order for it to go viral and have its network effect.
That person recently passed away.
He did.
He did.
And they raised, how much was it? Was it over $1 billion?
It was like, I want to say it was like around 6 or 7 million.
No, it's way more than
Really?
that.
I swear I gave a $1 million. Everybody gave a $1 million.
No. You gave $1 million. ALS challenge. I want to say, because I read the article about
everybody gave
the
$5
gentleman
though.
that passed. Yeah, everybody.
Ice bucket challenge probably raised as much money as like Bernie Sanders, I would think, because everybody gave $1.
115 million.
115 million.
115 million.
Yeah, in the summer of 2014.
Yeah.
And so we can.
I was just listening on the radio this morning how this lady raised $100,000 for pancreatic cancer research
On her own.
On her own. But like at the same time, like, okay, that's a great amount of money as far as a person. Like, oh, you gave $100,000,
right?
But like us being in business and stuff and working things out,
yeah,
that's like doesn't go anywhere. $100,000, especially in like a research type of thing, is like boom.
Yeah,
it's just such a brutal thought to think about.
Raising that much money.
To raise like that much money, and then you're trying to support like a research study, which is doctors and organizations, and it's like, wow.
Exactly.
Someone's got to do it.
Well, that's why I think the network effect is we don't need 10 people giving $100,000. We need, 20 million people giving $5.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's how you raise $115 million in one summer. And in fact, that ice bucket challenge has led to research that is going to help the field. So it moved the needle significantly. Mm-hmm. So that makes sense to me, in what it is, because, to be honest, I don't think most people know who started the ice bucket challenge. Like they know the ice bucket challenge, but if you would ask, you walk up to somebody randomly in the street and say, do you know the ice bucket challenge? They'll say, yes. Do you know who's the person that founded it? No. Right. Because it's not about the person who founded it.
It's about the message.
It's about the message. And so, when there's those situations where you have a CEO or executive or somebody who's more comes from an affluent background, does this like one-time photo op thing to just be like, look what I'm doing. Look at my brand. I just feel like we should leave that behind. Well, that's just my opinion.
Let's see. I don't know if my hold up, my mic's gonna work here. Hello. Yeah. So I don't know if my mic's actually working right now.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, you can hear?
Yeah.
Oh. But I think, and then because we're people that like to do good things,
right?
So we try to be active within. Being a part of different causes that are being promotional towards raising money or just helping people, like whatever it is. Mm-hmm. What I've been thinking about as far as how to do that better is actually stop telling me after you did it. Start telling me before you did it.
Right.
So like there's so many people that are doing like great, cool things, but I don't know about what they did until they're posting it on a Monday morning of what they did on Sunday or Saturday morning.